Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. I hope you're having a great week. And today you're going to find some hypoallergenic and gluten-free Bible study that's just right for a Tuesday. Today we're looking at verse 3 in Psalm 87. We're studying Psalm 87 all this week. Today we're going to be reading verse 3. Let me go ahead and read that for you. Glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of God. Selah. Now why would glorious things be spoken? Well, let's go back to verses 1 and 2. That's our statement. This is our foundational statement. It begins with the word foundation, too. His foundation is in the holy mountains. The Lord loved the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob, and we talked about yesterday why that is. Why is it that the Lord loves the gates of Zion? Well, it's because God has chosen the gates of Zion. He chose that city, that place, that mountaintop to place His name. Why are the mountains holy? Because He's there. And His holiness makes that place a holy spot. His name dwelling there makes that a holy place. So for this reason, we have the Lord loving the gates of Zion. Now we have this rumor that's going around in verse 3, glorious things are spoken of thee. Well, what glorious things is he talking about there? Well, let's think about the past, having to do with all that the Lord did for the people there in Zion. He blessed them enormously in that place. And I want to read to you today from 2 Chronicles chapter 7. And this is where the Lord is speaking to Solomon after Solomon finishes his temple. In verse 12, And the Lord appeared to Solomon by night and said unto him, I have heard thy prayer and have chosen this place to myself for an house of sacrifice. If I shut up heaven, that there be no rain, or if I command the locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence among my people, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray, and seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, and will forgive their sins, and will heal their land. Now mine eyes shall be open, and my ears attent unto the prayer that is made in this place. For now I have chosen and sanctified this house, that my name may be there forever, and my eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually. So, the Lord has said, you come here and pray and sacrifice and worship, and I'm going to hear your prayer. So glorious things are spoken of thee? Absolutely. And that's what the Lord has done in the past. He's done this marvelous work in and among His people, dwelling there in Jerusalem, because that's where His name is. Those that come to Him find glorious things. But it's just not in the past that we can look to say what glorious things, but let's look forward into the future. In Hebrews chapter 11, we're told that there was a group of people who were looking for something better. They were looking for a country or a city. So here it is in verse 13. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is, an heavenly. Wherefore God is not ashamed to be called their God, for He hath prepared for them a city. There it is. God has prepared for them a city. So, we're looking for the city of God. In the future, it's the one that God has prepared for those that love Him, those that are called according to His purpose, those that are seeking to worship Him. There is a city prepared of God. So, glorious things are spoken of thee in the past. Glorious things are spoken of thee in the future, O city of God. Both the saints in the past and the saints in the future and the saints now in the present are looking for that city whose builder and maker is God. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow as we read on in verse 4 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.